I had never been amongst the atmosphere of a film or a film set. And I was a sponge the entire time. It was like it was just like a baby learning to walk for the first time. But the powerful thing about that is that I really learned to trust myself. The greatest observation I had on that film set was the leadership quality of Clint Eastwood. Now, before I step foot on this set, you think, you assume, right? We all assume things, how it's going to be, what it's going to be like. And working with the top, the cream of the crop directors, Clint Eastwood, I'm thinking, well, he's going to be standing up there telling everybody exactly what to do, what he needs from them. And he runs the show. And it was the opposite. It was this beautiful collaboration of his team that he trusts so much. And the first thing I felt when I walked through the door that day, all I heard was, Renee, welcome. And I felt like I was back with my family. Like it was open arms, it was love, it was collaboration. And the funny thing, Michael, was that Clint is the opposite of a micromanager. I remember I was doing the pizza scene where Frankie and Mary have their first date. And I'll never forget, we do one take, and Clint only does a few takes, by the way. And Clint walks over to me. Now, he didn't say like, Renee, be more like this, or try this, or give me more of this. Never, except that breakup scene that I shared with you when he said, really give it to him. Well, he walks up to me and he goes, you look like Veronica Lake right now. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. But then I was like, oh, well, would you like me? Is that okay? Do you want me to say the line a different way? He's like, no, it's great. And he just walks away. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like he trusts his people so much. And the beautiful part about that is by him trusting me, that activated that trust within myself, which allowed me to be free as an actor to explore what I wanted to explore. And I was able to perform at my best, which then gave him what he wanted for those scenes. I want to share this with you because unfortunately this scene was cut from the film, but there was a scene where Frankie, myself, and our little daughter Francine were at the dinner table. And we're eating dinner and Mary's a bit tipsy and she's arguing with Frankie again. And Clint let us improv, I would say for about 10 minutes. And it was the most incredible experience. He just let the cameras keep rolling. And all I can tell you is by the end of it, I was throwing the bread basket at John Lloyd Young, who was my Frankie Valli, and we're going at it. And he yells, cut. And there was dead silence on the set. And all of a sudden, one of the crew guys were like, that's just like my marriage. And everybody breaks out in laughter.
That's awesome.
The reason I share this with you is because afterwards, Clint and John and I walk out and Clint was like, that was incredible. I can't wait to edit that. And through the editors, one of the editors of the film told me that this was one of Clint's favorite scenes. And it was in the film all the way to like almost the final cut. And then they had to cut it, not from his doing, but the higher ups. But what's so cool about that is that was all us. Like I got to do what I did and what I saw in this moment for this character. And that's what the whole experience was like. Seeing Clint Eastwood have no ego, trust the people around him. And that for me was a huge lesson in leadership, that the best leaders lead by being and not by telling.